people, you are welcome to another engaging episode of Unscripted with Tiwa Says. Of course, you already know how we do it. We just talk. We just say it as it is. Nothing scripted and nothing hidden. And of course, I remain Yemisi Raji. And my people, my G-stars. This is
Felix Ilori.
Felix Ilori and
Dolapo Ayodeji.
Dolapo Ayodeji. Okay, so today promises to be another exciting episode. And just before this show started, I was just discussing with someone, just talking about something, I was just like, oh, okay, just generally gisting, and say, oh, I want to do this thing and all that, And then I just tapped on my phone. I just opened my phone. And you will not believe it. I saw it on my timeline.
What's that?
I saw it on my timeline.
What is it?
Well, I was talking about, because I was supposed to have another show. So I was saying, okay, this is the topic that I'm going to be discussing on this show, and I was just saying, I want to talk about this thing, blah, blah, blah. And I opened my phone and a video popped up and it was about it, and it just shook me like, they are not lying. We are actually being watched. Your phone is actually watching you, recording you, listening to you and all that. Because I don't know why I'll be saying something with somebody and I open my phone and I see that. It's a different thing when I go to my search button or go to Google and search for something and then it comes. This one I did search, and somebody already told me about this. What will I call it? Is it a phenomenon? Somebody told me this, that, one day she was in the car with her husband. They were discussing about something they want to get, they want to buy and all that. And she just opened her phone and she started seeing.
Yeah, I think I've heard that like maybe on iPhone or most phones right now, there's always a button. When you see that button beeping or on, or like a signal on your phone, it shows that it's listening. Actually, the phones are listening now. We're being watched truly. Because it's more like... it's anything you say, by the time you go back to, like you said, when you go back to your timeline, either on IG, Instagram or Twitter, anywhere, the thing will, your timeline to just start popping up. Yeah, the phone is actually listening, yeah.
I think we need to do more of...
So if you want to gossip,
we need to do more of search, when we get new phones, I think we need to check those settings very well. Because I was even saying the other day, somebody was saying, oh, go and check the settings on your phone. You need to turn this off. You need to turn this,
Be sure you're not being watched, right?
You've not experienced that before.
What might be happening, because it happens a lot, and it's even been cases of lawsuits with all these big companies that they use people's voice data. Right? Say for instance, if I say Siri now, my phone will answer.
Yes, sir.
I don't know I'm saying Siri, but not listening to me when I'm talking. Right, so I think what they do is they gather this voice data and they pick keywords.
So if you say Siri now, it will answer you, which means it's there.
It's there.
It's active, yes.
For Siri to answer me.
Hey, but your phone understands, it knows your voice. I cannot tell your phone, hey Siri, that you will answer me.
It's your own answer you.
My own will answer me. Hey Google.
Yeah.
Even my 100 is, if you like, do your hey Siri, it's 100.
So they are listening actively.
Hey Google.
They are listening actively. And I saw a snippet of a podcast. I think the podcast was Uncovered or Declassified. I was talking about how these phones, how these companies, even your TV, they're actively listening to you to suggest...
Smart TV, yeah.
To suggest what to engage in you, because their goal is for them to keep you
occupied.
Yeah.
So if they see that you say, something like, I need a new phone, they can show you new phones.
Exactly.
I'm interested, I want to pierce my ear, they'll show you piercing so that you just be engaged on your phone 24/7. And in a way also, it's also like a way of predictive behaviors. Right? That, maybe today you choose a shoe, tomorrow you choose a dress, next thing they're showing something fashion related, because that is what you're interested in. So they can predict what you want, right, and what you're thinking about. I think it's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary, to be honest.
Let me bust your bubble. This the AI thing, that ChatGPT. Have you ever asked ChatGPT to tell you about yourself?
No, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing it on social media. They'll tell that you'll be surprised.
Caricature, blah blah blah. I did not even tell ChatGPT caricature of my myself. I just said, based on my interaction with you, what can you say about me? He listed everything. I don't call it because to me, my own ChatGPT is like a guy. So by the time I finish with the other, in other words, since I've been conversing,
pouring out your
my mind, everything, my thoughts, everything I've been doing, I've been talking to my phone, As in, when I finished reading, I even shared it with a friend. I was like, this is you.
Wow.
Can you imagine your phone? Can your ordinary
Your phone knows
can
you,
he
like-
knows, because everything I got from ChatGPT was practically what I do, how I do it, what I do, where I reason, what I was going through. Practically
You
everything.
speak or you write.
I okay. He was even talking about my work, my family life, my social life. But I said you more like, because at times I sort of keep a journal. Do you understand?
Okay, on your phone.
On my phone.
Oh.
So at times when I want to post on TikTok or on my page, at times I just go back to chat and say, I'm doing this. What do you think? Can you tweak it? Can you do this and that?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so thoughtful. Then when they come to church at times, if probably a particular verse in the Bible, before I start thinking about where it is, when I talk to ChatGPT,
Where is this from?
so he picked everything, my social
Okay.
life, my Christian life, everything, just merged everything. When I finished, I said, I think I need to move.
Step away.
I've been thinking about that thing, and I think we're depending too much
On AI.
on
Yeah.
AI, and it is in a way numbing us.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to create a document now, rather than me think for myself and be like, okay,
You know,
let me
that's
first
what I said.
exhaust everything that I know about this thing, and I can now add the icing on the cake. We're making AI the cake, and we're not doing the icing.
Exactly.
No, but me, I still do
I
everything.
think
Exactly. I do the
I
raw
do
data.
everything, and I
give
cannot
it to
say,
her.
okay, fine tune or
Fine
Even
tune.
fine-tuning, it doesn't
Check
sound
the-
like you anymore.
No, it's
No.
not.
I think even in
if you
fine-tuning,
read
so-
through, if you read through,
You know, you
still-
don't want it to
you
be
know,
like this.
you know
somebody
elements
wrote it
of
for you.
yourself.
because okay, let me explain this. So I hired a salesperson for a new business I'm starting up. I started up, and then I told her, okay, come up with a plan. And then she came up with a plan, and she told
By
me
the time you
that,
read
okay,
it.
I'll go to school. I'm like, I didn't even read 2 lines. I told her
Before
to
knowing
go
that it's
and- I said, I'm not
ChatGPT.
going through this. Go and do it by yourself. Because what I expected to do is that the office is in Ogba.
yes,
Tell me how you aim to equip
practical,
me in Ogba.
yeah.
Practical example. And then you're giving me generic.
Mm.
You're telling me which are to gyms, you have to do. I'm like, which gym are you even reaching out? Even though you're going to use AI, tell me that, okay, gyms. Oh, we have Excellence Hotel Gym,
Yeah,
High Fitness in Acme Road. We have this gym in Ishaga. And also, I can reach out to these gyms. So, but she was being lazy. Come up with prompts. Just send it to ChatGPT and then copy
That's
and paste as a report. Are
Mm.
you silly? But that's the thing. We're being silly by doing
Yeah.
all that, and then we're expecting that we'll get reward for our labor. No, we're not doing anything. We're outsourcing the work we're meant to be doing.
But I think that's even basically the work of AI.
It is not.
That's what they want. That's what
What's like
they want to be
easy.
totally
But do you know
dependent
the
on
people,
AI.
The people creating these things.
Before you
the
AI,
people, the people creating these things,
Mhm.
they are not sleeping. But we that are doing it, we want to use it so that we can be sleeping
So
and
that we
doing
can
the
be
work for
sleeping,
us. At what point do we meet up? Like, we can never meet up with these people creating these things. So they're like gods now, that they don't sleep, and then they're controlling people. Okay, go
yeah,
and sleep,
because
I'm doing the work for you.
look at this example now that AI is telling about herself. AI knows, okay, this. Those are the data that they are using, you know, to create those robots, to create other things, because they are getting like life experiences, you know, life.
They feed those like
Yes, they feed those
you
into
see
the machine, so they
is it
can
iBot?
easily
This movie
relate.
by
iRobot.
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 It's an old movie, but do you know that it's more like his what we are currently going through.
Mhm. You know, it's really, it's crazy, it's scary, but you know, I've said it that the thing that this AI is going to cause,
I think in 10 years
We are
time,
not ready.
We'll be lazier than ever.
I'm telling
We'll be
you,
lazier
we
than
will
ever
be
because
thinking.
nobody's
We are
thinking
not
anymore.
ready.
We're not thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like we're thinking. I don't
So
know.
neural
Like
Especially
No,
the
not
no,
creativity,
especially
but
the
And
what-
being
younger
innovative,
people.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
innovative. What does it
Because
Even
just
I
go
went
to
something
AI,
very
just-
innovative now. How do I start this business? And
AI
that is
will
what you
tell
are going to go with. So in a way, it is controlling how we're even behaving as humans.
Yeah.
Because I cannot think that, okay, I need to do this thing by myself. I'll first go to ChatGPT and ask it, I want to start a business in farming. How do I go about it? It's helpful to understand these things, but you as a person, have you thought about, okay, how was it done before even all these things
Before
came into being? How did
exactly,
these people
and you know,
do it before?
even to things like even relationships or whatever. I've heard of people saying that, okay, you know, something happened in their relationship and they're asking ChatGPT, how do I go about this? And I'm like,
You do it.
I say you don't understand. I'm like not that what is happening in my relationship. More like, oh, this is what is going through my head.
how do I
What
point out? What do
without
I do?
how do I, without sounding too aggressive? How do I address this matter? Without I think I told me you're so thoughtful. If I read before you
Just placate you.
Exactly.
Just placate
oh,
you
you're
and
so
not give suggestions.
thoughtful. Oh, that time when I want to give query, I say, so you will not be confrontational, so as not to sound confrontational.
Do
I
this,
said,
do
I tell
that.
you,
But there are times you need to be confrontational.
before.
Oh.
But my question is, at what point do we realize that we're losing ourselves?
Exactly, at what point? Before it is too late. Even this morning, my son was still telling, my son was conversing yesterday on his phone. And I noticed that the person that was replying, he said, this one is not in Nigerian, because the person was speaking, phonetics and speaking, and he was engaged. Like, they were talking back and forth. I was even asking him, okay, help me. He was like, I'm on the call. It was only this morning that I found that there is AI was conversing with him. Like, really? AI. And you were asking AI questions. And then, no, this morning you now ended by saying, this AI don't get sense.
Yeah, I guess.
I was like, AI. And when you now told me what he was asking, I'm like, excuse me, how is AI supposed to give you the answer? It's just going to give you a generic answer. You can't really give you
But even the generic answer.
like how?
So you ask you something, she asks, I ask. It's picking data from all of us.
Yes.
And the answers will be similar.
The answers will be similar.
Mm-hmm.
So if probably I come with a question that I'm going through this challenge in my relationship and all, and then you give me a solution, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to do it this way. And then you also come with the similar question and gives you the answer, do this, and I'm like, oh, I think I want to do it this way. When she is asking,
we gave
the two answers that we gave.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're already thinking, okay, people are more likely to go with this rather than this.
That's the same
so
thing.
I'm like, oh yeah, I think you're very smart. When it's just gathering data from all of us.
Exactly.
So
all the thing that is
bots.
giving back to us is just the data that's been gathered
from other people. So they call I don't know so much about this. I'm not going to really develop into it. They call is it bot training, or they train this AI. So when I ask you a question and then the answer that is going to give is not the accurate answer, they're going to train it to give the accurate answer. So you're going to keep training and training and training and training up to the point where it's gonna give an answer that is satisfactory, then they cannot put it out. So gather data from hundreds of thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to now give the nearest accurate answers.
How do you know which answer is accurate?
That's the thing.
As a suit.
So how do you even know?
Exactly.
Because you're not depending on it to give you the answer that's accurate.
Exactly. And you think,
so if I tell you something and that,
because sometimes
it's raining outside.
When you put a prompt, like sometimes when I put a prompt, like, okay, let me even see this AI, and I read, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you kidding me? That it does not really tally. And then so I think that, maybe this, I don't know, maybe it works for some people, it works for some climates, but you can't really use it for, I don't know how to explain it. And if you are going to use it, you are going to be trashing a lot of things. Trashing, emptying, putting out some things, and then putting in yourself. And that's what I even tell people that write, that you can't just be using AI like that, because it removes your individuality.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the point.
It removes your individuality. There's a way that I'll write that it's Tiwa says that wrote this, and the way that I know, okay, this is this person's style. But when you use AI, there's no
there's no originality.
There's no originality.
But
we are just
now,
writing.
With the data that it has gathered, it cannot write like a human that you never know. Because I gathered
somebody
more
was
than
telling
data.
me the other day that because he has tuned in, he has programmed the way he writes, the way he talks, or whatever. So when the AI wants to give him feedback now, he wants to help him, whatever,
in his own voice.
in his own pattern and all that. I still don't believe there's something. If you just read like this, I will just see that AI is here, because there are some things that
when ChatGPT started then, but I know 2 years ago, the way people were using it, or the way the prompt, the response then is different from now.
And because the more people use it, the more
people use it,
the more it's being trained.
Yeah. They keep saying version 4.0, this, that. The same way when you use your Google Map, when you're going somewhere, the more people check the map or apply the route, the thing keeps
it opens the road.
updating. And when there is a downtime, I think there was a time there was a downtime. People really,
for ChatGPT.
I think, was it internet or I can't really.
Internet.
Majorly, people were, that.
Yeah, the major companies like Microsoft, airports, and all that.
People were
panicking.
Can
you imagine?
I would like it, but the thing happened to me too. one time. When I started using ChatGPT, when I sent out emails like this, but like, hey, this person get brain. In my head, I was looking at my boyfriend. You don't know anything. She told me to do something. That was 2 years ago. That's why we had it at that time. No, it was ChatGPT. I couldn't log in. He was saying there's too many people. That time they said there are too many logged on. One thing. Hold on. Hold on. When you have reports, don't do this to me, no. I just had to abscond. I ran away. I told my boss I'm purging. I went to no. But what this thing has done for us is, AI, you know, they have different, all those ChatGPT, DeepSeek,
Google AI, I forgot.
Cloudy, I think Cloudy or something. They're just too many. They're just too many. But most of us, most of millennials stick with ChatGPT. That's one most of us are comfortable with. Gemini. That's what we are comfortable with for now.
Don't do all those.
I think we need to review our usage of this.
I'm telling you,
we are depending too much
on it.
And like I said, it's becoming like a god in our life.
Yeah.
Because now it knows.
Even in schools.
If you should review how it controls your life, how it controls the decision that you make, you're going to see that this thing is much more than I think it is.
Yeah.
If you're able to take accountability of what it's doing to you, because you're asking a question, what should I do? It's giving you an answer, and then you are going that way. You're asking if I'm going through this and all. That's like a prayer.
And it's giving you an answer. Even give you prayer points.
Because if you're praying to God, you're expecting God to give you
prayer points. Is it not the same ChatGPT that is telling people to go and commit suicide?
People.
It did at some point, yes.
Yes,
someone like conversed. I don't know your ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's just advanced one.
Just the solution
some
was
people
just
are in relationships with ChatGPT. You don't know.
Let me tell you this. I was with a guy one time and I was chatting with a girl and I was asking me questions. And I was saying as I was sending the message, he would minimize, go ChatGPT, these are response, what should I respond? I kid you not. Like he was asking me, and then I saw him when he types the message, he will go copy, paste, this was a response, what should I respond? So it was not original. Then you sit down with the person on the date. You sit down with the person on the date
and you won't
be
able to say anything. Exactly. You won't know what to say. Hold on.
She's here with me, ChatGPT.
Yes.
What should I tell her? So tell me how that's not a God.
It is well.
Because we're losing our individuality, we're losing our personality, and then we're all acting like robots. Mm-hmm. Because if I chat to me with ChatGPT, I'm chatting with ChatGPT. Who is ChatGPT?
Abby? And that's why, real time, sit down, let's talk. People can't do it.
We are losing it.
And that's why the young people of these days, they say they're having social anxiety. Like, in my own day, what's even social anxiety? Like, I find it difficult to fathom. Like, what's social anxiety? In my own day, was full. If I want to see my friend, I have to go to my friend's house.
Right. When you're
pen pal that time. Yes, we had pen pals that time.
Oh, God.
And when I was in secondary school, boarding school, we used to write letters, and communicate. I
saw something on Instagram. They told the guy, write a letter to you. And he said, why should I write a letter? His daddy not here. Can't I tell daddy what I was saying? No, you write a letter. Oh, they gave the child a number. I said, to go write a letter. I said, he's an Indian boy. He said, write letter to daddy for what? Daddy is here. Why should I write letter? They said that is how we did. That was your own time. My time and daddy is here.
But
that was your own time.
If you look at the whole ecosystem of the current technology, it's designed to keep us isolated.
Yeah.
Isolated.
And that's why there are cases of suicide, depression, anxiety.
I always tell my people that, see, my phone is my phone, but I would love to go out and touch grass. Go and have dates, go on dates, go on picnics, meet with people, interact.
Yes, laugh and all that.
Nah, you see, you go out now on date and then everybody's on their phone.
Everybody's on their phone.
So, what I was saying before.
Exactly.
That's how we
And you see kids now, when they go out, when they see sand or grass, in my estates, there was this woman, I saw her coming out with their children. She was telling, let's go. They were so happy. You see the way they were touching the sand. They were touching the sand, and one was rolling on the grass. I was like, wow. They said they don't have it. They've never seen it. Even the day I think the first time my son saw a lizard, the red.
What's
What's that, mommy?
The dragon.
He said, alligator. I said, no, he saw, they used to see N in the book, chicken. They saw life for, mommy, what's that? I said, it's a chicken. Chicken? He said, yes, you eat chicken. We eat chicken, we keep this one. The way they look at it, they only see it on TV, on the internet, as in to see it live, to touch it. My son saw touch it when we traveled. He was like, wow, all those things. It's good to go out to experience it. So once in a while, I just say, go out, even if you don't go to the park, come out of your house. Go outside within your compound, walk around, take fresh air. Not the AC every time.
Healthy. Take a stroll. Receive the sun, vitamin D, touch the ground, let your feet touch the earth. Those are the things that we are losing. And those were the things that, our forefathers and whatever, those were the things they were doing there, and they were living long and they were healthy. But all those things now, we are now reducing it in the name of civilization, in the name of technology. Yeah, fast food.
Go somewhere, you rather have an online meeting than go to the place. You rather make calls than visit. I mean, things that you rather stream service than go to church.
It's affecting everything. Well, God help us.
Amen.
Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about today. This one too, I saw it while scrolling. While scrolling on the streets of Instagram. There's this guy that I follow. I think he's a model. Yeah. But he's a guy, but he's beautiful.
Not handsome?
He's beautiful. If you see his features, you even without anybody, you even say, are you a model? You should be a model. His facial structure, like that. And then he has long hair, he used to split his hair. So, and then, of course, maybe I think the way he walks and all that, So this particular video that I saw, it was actually, like crying. Yeah, it was like crying, like, that he's being trolled, that, like he has gotten it up to here, that, the way people behave, like, what does he want to do? He didn't create himself, that this is the way he was created, and then because I follow him, I actually follow him, because me, anything that is different from the norm, I'm always interested, like, so I've been following for a while, and I see his videos, I see he does content outside, and then he can go out, and people like, hey, boy, those kind of things, so I just want to talk about feminine men and masculine women. Is it really, somebody has said it is psychology, somebody has said it is biology. Is it really psychology? Is it biology? Is it upbringing? Is it, what exactly is it? Are we just being unfair by trolling people that, why are you like this? You should be like this. No. Is it that it's not their fault? Some people, maybe that's just they made them like that. Or, some people, is it that they are just trying to be? So what do you think?
Funny, you look at me first. I mean, this is a very dicey topic, right? Because, like I said, a lot of them look at themselves that way, especially if it is not something that they worked towards.
Not that they enhance their body.
That they enhance their body to look this way or to be this way and all. I had a student in secondary school then who would say was a feminine man, right? And then they used to bully him because it was that. Right. But what should we have done? What should we have done? I think we should have just extended more grace and be like, okay, he didn't create himself. I mean, we didn't know better then. We're teenagers, kids, and all. But I think we should have extended grace to realize that he didn't create himself to be like this. And even if he's like this, what should be our reaction to him? And how should we even relate to this kind of person as a man? He's a man, right? But he just appeared to probably walk like a lady and all. Can he change it? Can he change the way he walks? Can he change the way he speaks and all? I think he might be able to. I think, right? I'm not saying that he will be able to or not. Like I said, I don't know so much about this topic, and I don't want to give a definitive take on it. I'm just sharing my thought process that if this is what it is, maybe we can work towards something. Just
But
now.
What do you think,
I can say that, you were asking if it is psychology, upbringing, or the likes. Apart from someone being created beautifully as a guy, and your voice happens to be like, there's a client of mine, a vendor actually. I've been talking to the guy. I never knew it was a guy. Sincerely, I thought it was a lady because the junior colleague, junior staff was the vendor. I wanted to escalate a matter. And I told her, I need to talk to your boss because I need to talk to somebody superior. She shared the phone number that this is my boss and talk to. I think the way she didn't say him or her. Okay, let me just say his name is Yemi. You can talk to Yemi. And Yemi is unisex actually.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So I was chatting with Yemi. I've been talking with Yemi. I thought Yemi was a girl, a woman. Until the day Yemi came to my office. So they said Yemi is at the reception. So I went to the reception. I was looking for,
There's no
Where's
Yemi
Yemi?
here.
there's no, I saw
There's a lady.
guys, I saw 2 men. And I just called. I said, excuse me, I thought you said you're in my office. He said, yes, the reception too called her. I said, I cannot see you. He said, oh, Talakwa. Eh? I said, oh, hi. The first thing, that shock, like, So, how are you? I think about like, sorry, you are Yemi? He said, yes, I'm Yemi. It was my own guy. Stop. I said, for real? He said, yes, I know you thought I'm, and it wasn't.
And it was his
gesticulating.
element,
I was like, shut my Lord. So we left, and I saw the guy walking. He wasn't doing this, but he was walking like a guy. So when we come to, I think he was walking like a lady. That one, sincerely, I'm not judging, but I feel like that one has another thing inside. But I will attribute some to upbringing. You are beautifully made. You do not create yourself. And you're not born in the midst of women. Everybody in your house, they are women. And you see your mommy wearing heels. Children do that. Even male children.
Yeah.
My son used to he still wear my heels at times. And the only thing, if I want to wear wig on him, that one, he said, no, I don't want.
You see, if you want to wear wig on him,
Yes.
which means that some women actually do it to their children.
Yeah, you don't understand. Maybe I just come from, I'm coming from my outing and I'm tired. I put it on, that kind of thing.
like playing.
Playing. He said, look, he doesn't want. But there are some people, they'll put it on their kids. And if the child, that's what I'm saying, that upbringing. I saw my friend's DP status yesterday. She's a Muslim. She had her hijab on. She has boys. All her kids are boys. But the younger one, the youngest, took the mommy's hijab and he tied it. I thought, when I first saw the picture, I thought it was a girl. I was like, oh, I thought it was a niece. So did she come to visit? And I had to scroll back and I said, wait, that's your son. And I said, so what I'm saying is that upbringing at times could cause it for some people to not want to change. They can change, some can change. But if you're created like that, beautifully and wonderfully made, you're beautifully made, and that. Then another thing is, some of them might have that, say, genes or chromosomes to show that you have a little feminine. Well, the way let me on a lighter note, maybe you were too much in a hurry, you did not collect it complete. Say, God, I want to go to the world. And you came as a guy, but in form of you are beautiful. But, so I would rather say, that some upbringing could cause it for them not to want to change or for them to keep up in that aspect and to now enhance it the way they walk. Maybe, they're mimicking mommy or mimicking their sisters, and the next thing they started doing it. And there's some, they might be in that other line, which, but we are not yet to judge.
But I think, like you mentioned, upbringing, right? And in upbringing, you've had too many females around you that brought you up.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't have any male
Maybe that did that.
Maybe that is even too busy. No,
Yeah.
So people around you, almost 90% of the time, are women and online. They'll go out to see how men are. And I saw a video showing how modeling in the 90s, I think that like a runway model, the guys then, they were muscular, they were chiseled and everything, and like you would call them masculine. But now they're showing the new models that they use as male models, very skinny,
long
nose, like just not the facial feature was not there. So as a guy growing up now, if I'm saying that as the ultimate female, which is the model, right? Models are usually like they're the models of beauty. So if I'm saying that as, oh, this is the peak of beauty for a man to walk on the runway, this is how a man should look, I would want to look like that. Then in the night, you see men going to the gym just to look muscular. You see more men working towards fitness because then it's more physical.
But there are more men in gyms now than then. Like
So there are more men in gyms because the activities now. We don't do so much of physical activities for us to look that way. They didn't need gyms to look muscular and all. Now it's like the activity we're doing our personal laptop and we need to go to the gym to look masculine, to look that way.
Yeah.
Right? We need physical activities to look that way. You cannot just happen, you cannot just sit at your laptop, you grow belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You would. So I have to take conscious effort to go to the gym so that I can
keep fit.
To keep fit and all. But if the media is portraying the ultimate man as like the slim, the no facial features and everything, thin beards and all, that is opposed to the men of then that are considered masculine. Then the children growing up now, the males growing up now,
they want to be like that.
But that's media now. It's just
that's media. But what are we consuming? Where are we?
It's just the same as saying the female models. You know, the female models too. They have a certain way they look.
Okay, so look at
they have to be skinny.
Let's say 20 years ago, the ultimate female model was slim, it's just figure, and everyone was trying to be that. But now they are adopting more curvy.
They are even different type. Exactly, they are
different. But even
you can be curvy. You can still be slim.
Models now, than for there are certain more curvy models than before, and they're even taking over like the model world. Now you now see BBL now become more common because the media portray that as like what's acceptable. What is acceptable? So I think in a way, what we are becoming is being decided by what we are seeing.
Same.
Right. So if let's say the media space says that okay, this is what we're pushing out, we as people who are consuming, who are users, be like, okay, this is a new thing. Okay, I'll go to it.
Remember that time that Fat Girls, that PHAT Fat Girl, the movie came out. Everybody wants to go to become fat. Then when Agbani Darego, everybody wanted to be like Agbani. Yeah, when Fat Girl came, everybody wanted to be like that.
Yeah, when BBL came. Anyway, let's not digress. We are still talking about feminine men and masculine women. So let's talk biology. It's not like that I know biology very well, but I know that, like we said, some chromosomes or so, because I know for a fact, it's been studied and it's been said that, every embryo, that's as you are made, every embryo is first female before male. So, if when there's a conception, the embryo is first female.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we have X and Y, then we have XX, and then so it's a Y, but it's first female before it now starts, growing, and then now starts growing male features. And interestingly, I just remembered something. And there's one country, I think it's an African country? There's an African country where everybody is born female until they're like 12, 13.
Huh?
Everybody's born female.
Until they're 13.
Until they're like 12, 13. So it's from like 12, 13. 11, 12, 13, that's when you now know who's a boy. That's when they now start growing balls. I need to check my... Growing...
How?
I'm telling you, you only know the scope of what you know.
Where did this is from?
I read it.
Is it AI?
It's not AI. It's not AI. Go and Google. If you Google it, I'm sure it will bring it out. There are so many things that exactly. There are so many things that if you read, you will know. If you find out, you will know. I can't remember. I think it's an African country. I'm not sure. Asian. I'm not sure. But say they are born female. It's a very small island or something, but everybody is born female. But from adolescent, like from 11, 12, that's when you know if you're a boy, if you're a girl, or if you're a girl. So now I know that there are some people, because there's been a lot of arguments. I know that there are some people that may have, just like women too. There are some women too that you see that is it a boy again? Is it,
Yeah.
and if you see our footballers and all that, like, they have male features, but they're female. And then, so, and sometimes if I wonder that why do we extend more grace to the women than to the men? Although I won't say we extend, no, because I still see that they still throw some women that are you a boy again? You don't have breast, you don't have, all those sort of things, So I know that some people's makeup is like that. That's how they were born. Not that, oh, they did BBA or they are trying to enhance, or maybe they have more females in their house and all that. But that is how they are. They were born feminine, with feminine features. They are male, but they were born feminine features. Now, along the line, I know that some of these people, they may have feminine features, but they are male.
Mhm.
Like, every other thing is male about it. It's not like, oh, they like same sex. It's not like, oh, well, it's just that is how they are. It's not like I look like a girl and I don't like girls. I like boys. No, they like girls, but they just have, feminine features and they just do all that. But, this. But there are also some that, they were born that way, and I want to believe that sometimes it may be out of curiosity, then stigmatizing. When we say, why are you doing like sometimes when you're trying to guard against something, you actually push the person to that thing. Sometimes, so when we say, why you like blah, 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 are you, so curiosity might now put them on that side, like, okay,
Rearrange them.
like, okay, since you say, because it can be, I'm thinking that it might be confusing. It will actually be confusing, because if you present yourself as a certain way, and the world is telling you, why are you this way? You shouldn't be this way, because we have that, as human beings, we have that thing, we have a certain mindset of how we expect everybody should be. And then when the person is not like that, we are like, oh, why are you different? Like, you should be like this, you should be like that, And the interesting thing is that I would like to have a conversation with, although I do have conversations with him too, but like a one-on-one, like, I don't even think that we were all supposed to be the same. I may be wrong, but I don't think God will even now sit down somewhere and say, okay, I want to create the world and everybody is the same. Why
The
don't
same
you?
in what way?
In every way, because it's just the same as, okay, making one person and do photocopy of everybody. So I don't think that we were meant to be the same, act the same, do like that.
We are not meant to be the same.
Exactly. I think it's the different. But then, when I've noticed that when we see something that is different from the norm we have in our head, we question it, maybe out of fear or out of, how dare you be different? Like, this, you are supposed to be like this, you are not supposed to be like this, So I think that also affects these feminine men, masculine women, because let me even use my son. My son is a when you see his features now, you see them. But then I've had, maybe not now, but a few years down the line, I've had situations when we go out and people are like, is he a boy again?
He's a boy, but if your girl that is
And
a masculine,
that always even worse. But my son, like, this boy is even wearing trouser. He's wearing, like, what are you seeing? And then they'll not turn to you, but I don't know, your mommy, it looks so much like his mom. Like, it has happened in the bank, it has happened in school, it has happened in it has happened in the market, like this, and I'm always, I like to cheerlead that kind of fight. Like, what do you mean? Can't you see he's a boy? Then my daughter's way is worse.
that one looks like a girl.
My
like a boy.
And she wasn't always like that. So some people have told me that, when I was younger, I was a tomboy. Although people still even say that now, because there was one time that I went somewhere with my daughter, like 2 years or something. So I think we're going to get a passport photograph, and we'll go to this place. And then, of course, the usual question, kiniko, boy. My daughter is really different. She doesn't even like, now but it's me that I'll be like, what do you mean? She's a girl now. What do you mean? She's a girl. She's not a boy. but don't know, and then the woman was like, that what am I even saying? That even me, do I think that I represent femininity like that? That is because of my breast. That I'm like,
From where to where?
From where to where? I'm hearing this one for the first time. Like, as I am like this, I'm still masculine. I'm like, and it was even a woman that was saying, I'm like, are you for real? Is it because I like to wear pants, trousers, or like, so people just really do judge like that. Okay, that you're supposed to be a certain way and you're supposed to be a certain way and all that. So how do we actually deal with this? I think we should allow people just be, What do you think?
I feel like we should allow everybody be. Anyway, nowadays they will say, what do you represent?
Represent in what way?
Are you a E or a she or a it? If I want to be a masculine female, I want to be a tomboy, let me be. If I want to be petty gentleman, let me be. Shouldn't be the judge. Let them live their life. Nobody be like, hey. I don't know why we humans, we like to put our nose into what does not concern us. That's the way the person wants to dress. That's the way the person is talking. You did not create the person. The person did not create him or herself. So I feel like I've never judged anybody actually, but I've never judged anyone that are you a boy or are you a girl? But the thing is, me, I'm always curious.
Yeah.
I'm always curious. During my last vacation, I was in the elevator and I saw this lady. Initially I thought it was a guy. She was wearing shirts, as in crepe shirts, pant trousers, the male shoes, flats. And the haircut was more like a guy's own. Then the next, because I was so curious, I had to move back. When I heard the voice, it was a female voice. I moved back and I stood on the same level. I was trying to check the chest. I wasn't really sure. Because when I looked down, it could have packed well or not. I did like this. I moved back. I looked inside the elevator. We're still going to. I looked. Hi.
And she didn't catch you.
She saw me. She answered. I want to be sure that it's a girl because it was so. She's fine. As in the way she was dressed, like it's a tomboy. So it was like I thought it was a guy. I was looking at this fine boy. Then when somebody else, when the person in the elevator left, I said, okay, she spoke in French and she greeted me. It was a female voice. I said, oh, let me be sure. And I looked at her and I looked very well. I saw the haircut. Guys were earrings.
Everybody's wearing.
Not everybody even
days.
wear. If you do it like you don't even wear, but I want to be very sure. I had to move back to check this place. If it is flat. And some people might not even have.
Exactly, it can even be, yes.
It might even be flat. But I moved well, to be sure. I checked, I looked. Because that curiosity, I wanted to be very sure that I looked at her and I said, hey, this one is a girl, but she's dressed like she identified as what she wants. But I did not judge. But let me not lie to you, but there are some that you see them, you'll be irritated.
Exactly.
There are some you'll be irritated. I'm sorry, but the ones that I do not like so far is, and I wanted to say something while we were talking, but it's not my place to say. I'm not the one that created them. Most feminine men, most of them, I'll say most of them try to dress appropriately and to try to show, okay, so that they're not being stigmatized. They dress like men. They try as much as possible. As in, if you know your worth, you dress like a man. So that you will not be stigmatized. But the few that you see are like this, they tend to be on that spectrum. So I don't have anything against them. Then for the female, the masculine female, I've noticed that most masculine female tend to be attracted to feminine female. Most. But do you know that most feminine males are not really attracted to masculine males?
Masculine male or masculine female?
Masculine males.
Most.
I don't
like that guy that you said, okay, wait, the guy that you said is fine. Is fine. He was created like that.
He dresses like a male.
He dresses like a male. but you will not see him. I don't know. I'm not in his world. I don't know. But most I've noticed that maybe in the little places I've been to or the little group or the people I've mingled with, people that are like that, I notice that most of them are not really attracted to masculine male. They still want to show that they are
male, yeah.
And they would like to have a girlfriend.
In a way, what we should look at out of all these things is why do we tend to stigmatize?
Exactly.
Right? And I think because
is that stigma.
If we should look at it, it's an element of original design in all of us. That okay, these are God created us, male and female. Right. Out of these things that God has created, what else is there? Right. So it's not like, oh, God created male, female, and then there are other options that okay, out of these things, this thing. That's God's original design, and that's what we're working with, and that is how we see the world as humans. And I think that's how the world should be. Right. So if there is male, there's female. What should somebody who is out of the spectrum or feels like they're out of the spectrum do? I think that's a big question that I've not also been able to answer.
Yeah. What should
somebody who feels like they're out of the spectrum, what should
they do? Because
you have a creator, which is God. You go to go and be like, oh God, I feel this way and I'm this way.
Exactly.
What should I do as a creator?
And then there are also those people who were created with both male and female, reproductive organs. What do you say about that? So what do you say it's not God that created them? So those people,
you don't say it's not God that created them.
And they are living. So those ones now, where do they swing? Am I male? Am I female? What do they do?
They allow those people like that. I've read that some, when they grow up, they tend to, in the development,
there'll be a dominant. Yes.
And the country you're talking about is Dominican Republic.
Okay.
The girls, everybody are like girls till they attain puberty, 12 years before they start they're growing
their balls and
the penis, the reproductive. You know where they say God is great?
You can imagine.
Yes.
And see, that is where
I'm hearing this for the very first time.
I don't know, but me, I am very open-minded. I don't close my mind to no, this is the way it has to be. This is the way, because you cannot really phantom the awesomeness of God
at all.
You cannot.
But
because of conditioning, relax. I understand you, Jesus boy. I understand you. Because there are so many things that we don't understand and we cannot phantom because this is what we know. This is what we know. So when you're not saying something, everything in you opposes that. No, this is what I know. This is how it is. This is how it has to be. But really, I think we need to just, this may not be how you are, and then I may not buy into this, but does not mean that I have to crucify you because this is coming from somewhere. Like hermaphrodites now. How?
So let me.
I think that's a medical condition. Actually,
it's a medical condition.
But people are living with it.
Most of the people there are some people they cannot afford the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Some people cannot afford to.
Just like conjoined twins.
Some people cannot afford the surgery, so they just accepted the fact that they are fake. Like, what can I do? Let me just know that if I want to be the dominant one, let me be the dominant.
To be, because if you as a woman. You have food because there's even this person. There's one content creator who is like that. Bola girl, yes, that's what they call her. Bola girl. She's fully female. Her breast, they haven't bigger than she's fully female. And then her other sexual, her other reproductive organ too is fully active because she's impregnating people about. She have wife. And she's in Nigeria. She's even she's all over the place now. She's all over social media. She calls herself Bola girl. If you see her fully made up, dressed up, and all that, fange, But she keeps telling people, I think it even got to a point that people say it's a lie. She's not a masculine. She doesn't have this. She doesn't have that. And she can be very distinct. She brought, although not open, but she will wear boxers, and you will see that this person here is fully packed.
God is great.
I'm telling you, she's fully packed, and she's female, she's this.
Some people
we should look at this as sort of exceptions, right? Because people are born like as
Some people just
conjoined
decide
twins,
to, yeah.
and then you cannot say that, oh, okay, what should they do? They can't do anything about that in that situation. They're born as conjoined twins. It's only surgery that can probably correct that, right? But where I was coming from, I saying that okay, the awesomeness of God is because there's a guy that we have, which is the Bible, right? Okay, that this is what God created, man and woman. Out of all these things, there might be okay, something that just come off as exceptions, right? Like if a child is born with disability, now it's a developmental condition that probably in the womb something happened, and or conjoined twins too. In the formation of children, they were conjoined when they were forming the womb and all. So this is not a matter of a mistake. Right? They're not mistakes. It happened that it just happened to happen that way medically. But people who know that okay, I can still work out this thing, I think you should find a way to
Find a way to do what? Okay, let me
Some
say.
people just, you know what, like I said earlier, some people, when they know that they cannot change the situation, they just accept.
But can
Exactly.
Like this person you mentioned now, I'm sure she just had to make something out of nothing. So
Exactly.
she's cashing out.
She's cashing out of, yeah.
So she's trying to, she's, you see what internet, social media will cost now.
Exactly.
The thing is, she's cashing out free. I cannot change it. I cannot change the situation. My friend did not do the surgery. And people are surprised. So I'm sure like from maybe we was one person that said, are you sure you are this? Show me this. She posted one video and like that, somebody started, another person tweeted it, retweeted it and like that. And she started. So, you know, there are some situations that you cannot change. She cannot change it. They say it's either you are for them or you're against them. If you are not for them, if you cannot beat them, join them. So people now is I do not envy those people that have the medical conditions. I do not envy them. I'm grateful for myself. So if this is what you want to be, this is how you want to live your life, fine. As long as it's not detrimental to my own life, allow you be. So we don't judge. Just go
I
on.
wanted to say something. You said that God created male and female. Of course, I'm in full support. I know that there's nothing in between. You see that male or you see that female. Okay, how do male present? How do female present? So if I say I'm female, but I decide that I'm going to be wearing shirts and ties and pants and wear sneakers and have my hair look cut and all that, but I'm still female. You know that there'll still be bullying.
Okay, so
Why
let's
are you
look
dressing
at
like?
it this way.
Why are you
Let's
getting?
look at it. I
You're
think
not supposed. You're not
a part
husband.
of this,
You're not.
a part of this is cultural. A part of it. In Scotland, men wear skirts.
Exactly.
Culturally, they wear skirts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You wear skirts in Nigeria here. You're done for. You cannot walk in number.
Exactly.
wear short skirts.
But
and
then
walk
some
in
parts
number.
of Nigeria they wear skirts now.
The
Yeah, they
Fulanis,
The Fulanis wear skirts.
rappers.
as in the raps.
Okay, yes.
They wear the
Then
wrap and all.
is it Bini or Shekiri or something?
Yeah,
Something?
Benin,
They wear
the biscuits and all.
Mhm.
But if you wear a short skirt, the skimpy skirt like this,
To Ogbana.
now.
Oh, you may not reach your
That is
destination.
So this is a cultural, right? And there's a reason why we're actually like in the culture that we are. Okay, if this is what is acceptable in this culture, then I mean, I was born here, I know the thing in the culture, and also I would like to abide by it. Right, to keep the culture going. In Scotland, they can wear skirts, somebody will talk, you can watch somebody will talk, and if you do it in Nigeria here, you know. So why go to look for trouble? Why saying that you do it in Scotland? Why not accepting it in Nigeria? Why would bring in what is not here in the name of development? We're developed enough to develop our own culture rather. So why are we trying to now import other cultures to influence our own?
Is it important? What do you mean? Why?
I mean, so
Wearing.
if you say it's because they accept it in Scotland, they're not bringing it to Nigeria so that they can accept it.
No. Yeah.
So most of these things are cultural, and we should look at okay, why was this even put in place? Was it to cause strain, or just a matter of this is how we are?
You know, interestingly, when we go way back, Bible times and all that, some of the things that we say, men should not wear it, they were actually wearing it.
They're wearing it.
So it's like the world is just, I don't know, maybe the world is just moving on.
Rotating.
Yes, or we just
It's
decide that
literally
yes,
algorithm.
I'm telling you, literally have to go here because some of those things that we say, I don't do, we see that they actually did them there now. Men actually made their hair, they had long hair, they wore earrings, they wore they wore dresses. Men wore dresses. They,
Even
you know,
on Jalamia,
yeah, they
the
wore
country
dresses. They did makeup and all that, you know. And then I also found out because while in, like I told you, you know, me, I'm always interested in anything that is not normal. Like, okay, why?
The
Why?
norms.
So I found out that they actually said that all these feminine men, men that present you know, in a feminine way, they've been from the from the from the beginning of day. They
Yeah.
have been, even in Nigeria, they have been. There's a state in the north where I can't remember which one. I don't know. There's one state in the north, you know, that they were saying that they've always been, and that there's even a place. There's this place that if you want to go, you know, that there's a place that they are. That once you go to that place, that's what you find there. Feminine men, and they are the ones that cook. They are the ones that wash. They are the
Wow.
ones that yeah. That's so. If you want to eat good food, or if you want to eat something, you know that you have to go there. That is them that make the best meals or whatever, and they are men,
Yeah,
but they are
what I'm-
presenting
so,
in a feminine
now
way.
the thing is, like I said, most of these are cultural. So do we attribute cooking to women? Do we attribute
Exactly.
doing certain
Things
things
to
to
women.
women? Because I think that only women can clean,
Mm.
only women can sweep, only women can cook. As I'm growing up, I'll believe that if I'm cooking as a man, I'm not a man.
Is out of the norm.
It's out
So
of the
when
norm
you
for
marry,
me.
you
So when I
expect
marry,
that
I
it's
think
your
my
wife that
does that. I think it might be a topic for another day of
yeah.
how we're brought up and then
Mm,
how it informs who we are and how we really think.
mm.
I mean, I'll cook in my house.
No,
Right now, I'm cooking for
hunger
my-
will catch you now.
Right
Don't-
now,
don't
I'm
cook.
cooking for myself as a man,
Yeah,
as a
don't
bachelor.
cook.
So if I marry now, would I expect my wife to be the only one cooking? Because as a man, this is it.
Mm.
And even provision also.
Mm,
Even provision as a man, I'm expected to be the only provider in the house, right? Because they've culturally, the man provides, the man take care of the home. No, please.
That's a topic for another day. Let's not go there because if we go there like
No,
this,
I think that would be the next topic or something.
yes,
Because
maybe we'll talk
honestly,
about
a
it
lot of
next
this
time
stuff needs to
because
be research driven and all, so you
yeah,
can prepare better
because
for
that
it.
one is a two way is dicey oh, because you as Jesus boy, if you want to bring that one to it, I will back it up with Bible for
wait.
you.
No, I'm not saying. Okay,
Okay.
let me. Oh, why
I
are we
say
going
we'll
there?
do it in the next,
We'll do it in that-
we'll do
But
it
let
in
me
the
just
next.
drop this right. I don't believe that is how it should be. It should
Okay.
be in line. Oh, man provides, man take care of the home. No, I don't believe that's just. We'll
Keep,
discuss it next
keep your
time.
notion. We'll discuss it in the next episode. So I'm just saying that okay, so I was going to say that these people that I'm talking about that are in the north, you know, they say you culturally, of course, every place has a culture, but culturally and openly, they are not like it's not you know, there are some things we do in culture that it may not be accepted as, but then we still know
This is the.
is there and we do it, but it's not accepted, like it's not widely accepted and all that. So it's the person they were saying that that's how those people are. They are not widely accepted in the mainstream that you know, openly and all that, but they are there and people know they are there. And when people need them, they go there and meet them. And it's been you know, from time immemorial,
But
it's
how does
been
it
like
affect
that.
the sexuality? The sexuality.
Their sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, one more.
When do you go there?
So you know what?
No, let's go and find out now. So let all you
Because if they are presenting as feminine and they are doing
masculine.
they are not doing masculine now. They are cooking, they are washing, they are you know,
We
they are,
didn't wash their clothes.
you know, so they are
They don't
already
eat.
behaving feminine. So their sexuality
Maybe it's they identify as
Abi,
she.
you know that this other side that she was talking about, you know, is very prevalent over there.
Which other side is that?
What she was talking about, people that present the other way, like people liking same sex,
Mm-hmm.
is very prevalent is the highest over there.
Yeah, it is,
In
but
the
they don't.
north.
But they
You know,
don't let me. But
before
they
they
don't
come
show
and
it.
catch you.
But they don't show it.
They don't show you
They
exactly.
hide it a lot, and then
Exactly,
it feels
but
like it
then-
doesn't exist there.
But it is the highest there, as in the highest there.
I suppose it's a very topic.
It's a who for me. Okay, so that's all we have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation. If you have that notification button, click it now, because you don't want to miss the next episode. It's going to be explosive. I'm going to deal with this Jesus boy. We're going to break it. I'm
Jesus
going to break
baby.
it. We're going to break it down. So you don't want to miss it. So like this video, also share, and check our bio. You see our handles there. Follow us on all our social media handles at the Eagle Online. Of course, we'll always be here for you to break every table. And me, everything that is not normal, I'm here to expose it for you so that you'll be more enlightened. Open your mind. Let's stop being narrow-minded. This is 2026.
Oh, wow.
Let's stop being narrow-minded. Let's stop being like, in the beginning was the word, and the word was, no, actually, that's actually correct. But yesterday, today, forever, that's for God. It's not for you, Open your mind. Know that, Yoruba will say, what's that in Yoruba say? They say, your father's farm. How do they say it? Exactly. If you've not been to another man's farm, you think your father's farm is the biggest. So if we have not seen some things, we've not experienced some things, we think, oh, life starts and ends in Yoruba. This is how it is. My dear, you are missing. And that's another thing that, we'll be discussing. People need to be reading. You need to be reading, and then you need to be going back to history. Check your histories. Let's stop arguing ignorantly and just say, no. If you go to if you check history very well, and if you are a reader, let's leave it. We are going. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.